Gourmande Girls Cosmetics have very kindly sent me their newest palette, and it is the Christmas release for the brand. Now this palette is called the Mostly Merry palette, and as you can see it's a very nice shape. It is a snow globe rather than just your traditional shape. So Gourmande Girls and Doodles by the Bunny put this palette together. The artwork on this is stunning. It's got lots of tiny little stars, and it does have something that I really love in palettes. It's got a magnetic, fully removable lid. I really like that. This palette has 9 beautiful shades, and I really like the fact that it's not your traditional colour story for Christmas. There are a lot of palettes this year that have come out that are the very traditional Christmas colours, like reds and greens, but this one with the green, the nice pastel orange, you have the 2 deeper mattes in this. We have some absolutely stunning looking shimmers. I can't wait to smoosh this on my eyeballs. Now this palette is going to launch on the 8th of December, 8 AM PST, and all of the launch details should be down in the description box for you in case you want to check that out. And I do also have an affiliated discount code in case you want to save yourself some pennies when you're shopping on Gourmande Girls Cosmetics. And this palette is going to retail for $39, and I just think it's a really nice, beautiful palette for Christmas. Like I say, something a little bit different because it is a snow globe. Like the actual box that it comes in is box shaped, but the snow globe design and the fact that you can remove totally the magnetic front of the palette, which does have a mirror on the other side, but I don't want to turn it around and show you because then I'll blind you. And in case you didn't know, Gourmande Girls Cosmetics are a US based indie brand. I do have quite a lot of their palettes, and you will see those if you check out my most recent video, which was my yearly palette collection and declutter video. It's a long one if you're going to check that out. So before I zoom you in and prime my eyes, I think we should go to the close-ups and swatches. I love the fact this has only got 9 shades because I like it when a brand has some variety when they're bringing out different palettes, and Gourmande Girls don't often bring out a palette with 9 shades, so I appreciate that that's something a little bit different. Not everybody likes lots and lots of shades in a palette. It's good to mix it up. And it's nice to see an orange in a Christmas palette. Look, I'm never going to be sad at seeing an orange shade. I love orange, which is why I went for the orangey lip and the orangey cheek today. The lip combination that I've got on actually is one of the new lip liners from Singe Beauty, which is in the shade Jazzy Juniper because it's just stunning, and the Beautymoon Cosmetics Twinkle Kiss lipstick that came in one of the beauty subscription boxes. I just think it's a stunning combination. I did and ah as well what to do with this palette. I did even think about a halo eye, which I think would look stunning. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm going to be able to incorporate as many shades if I do a halo eye. You know what, stuff it, let's do it. Let's do a halo eye because I feel like that is just what I want to do with the palette. And if I don't use as many shades as I'm hoping to use, then that's absolutely fine. I can always use this palette some more. I think I'm going to start out, I love the fact we've got deeper mattes in this as well. I'm going to start with the shade Midwinter because it's a deeper blue, and I'm going to pop that in the inner and outer corner. Now I need to remember with halo eyes not to put on too much and not to take it out too far too quickly. It's a very slowly catchy monkey situation, especially when you're starting out with the deeper shade. So I am just going to press this on with a teeny tiny brush. I am using a Cosmic Brushes CB6 because these are fantastic little detail brushes. She is pigmented and lovely. And then the same on the outer corner and slightly winged out. This is 100% going to be a trust the process look. It always is when it comes to me and halo eyes, for sure. So I'm just kind of placing bits down where I feel like they should be, and then I'm going to start to blend them out, and hopefully as I go the look will kind of come together, because right now it's looking interesting to say the least, but that shade is pigmented and nice and deep. I'm just going to fluff on the edges of where I've placed that deeper blue and just smoke it out a little bit before we go in with any other shades. I'm just adding a little bit more and a little bit more each time until I'm happy with how it's built up, the shape and all of that. It's still looking crazy, I am aware. Okay, before I go completely crazy with that shade, may have already reached that point, let's go in with another shade. Do I use the neutral or the green? Do you know what? I think I'm going to use Snow Castle, which is the neutral at the top corner. I know, who am I? I just feel like it's going to look really nice with this look. And if I use that just on the edges, and of course I will go back in with the deeper blue because that shade is actually very close to my skin tone, believe it or not. So maybe that wasn't the wisest of choices. It does make that blue blend out really seamlessly though, compared to how it was without it. So I mean, oh, it's looking smoky and dramatic and I'm really enjoying this. Yeah, that one, because Snow Castle is quite a light brown, you can't super notice it on my eye, so it's just kind of blended out that blue and made it look really smoky and nice. Okay, I'll finish faffing with the blending at the end, but I want to go in with some of the shimmers now, and I am looking at Glacé, which is this one here. It's a really, really deep shimmer. Oh, and it does have different specks of glitter particles in it that are different colours. I would say when I was swatching this, I found the swatches was like butter for the shimmers. It was absolutely divine swatching this out. And I did notice how reflective, metallic and intense all of the shimmer shades were, and they did look super, super glittery. Which one do I want to... Oh, Snow Petal could be good. Like, look how intense that, like, that is intense. That could go in the middle with the deeper one sort of blending it out. So I've gone into the deeper shimmer first. I'm just going to spray my brush to make sure I don't get fallout of this deep shimmer, and I'm just going to sandwich this on the very edge of where that matte stops. Snow Petal is a little bit putty-like when trying to pick up with a brush. I'm going to try and keep this, it might go on better with my finger. Wow. Yeah. Holy moly. Like I see intense, metallic, reflective shimmers. That is insane. I'm gonna dab my finger around the top as well, just so it looks like kind of a little bit of sparkle, Christmas, you know? May have gone a bit high this side. Abort the mission. That's intense, that's intense, that's intense. I don't often do it on the lower lash line as well when I'm doing a halo eye, but I just felt like this one really, really would benefit from it, especially because it's a Christmas themed palette and look. Okay, that is looking intense, and I need to work on the blend a little bit, put something deep and delicious in my waterline, stick on some lashes, and then we'll come back and see how it looks. I'm glad I went with the halo eye in the end. It's not often I do a halo eye, but when I see a palette like this where I have some nice depth in it and I have some spectacular light foily metallic shimmers, I just think it looks really effective, especially for Christmas. Is this a little bit dramatic for Christmas? Maybe for some people. I think this is stunning for Christmas. That deep blue is absolutely fantastic quality, and the fact that I could blend it out with the lighter brown, and you can't necessarily notice the lighter brown, but it works beautifully to blend out that deeper blue and the intensity of the depth on the inner and outer corner, paired with this absolutely stunning shimmer shade called Snow Petal. Is it Snow Petal? Yes. I just feel like it's so dramatic, deep, moody. It's definitely something I enjoy. And as well, pairing it with the orange cheek and the orange lip, I do like pairing blues with orange. I just think it looks really nice because I didn't know what look I was going to do when I started putting my base on. I was possibly thinking about going into this orange, and if I hadn't have done a halo eye, that would have for sure been going in my inner corner because I love a light pastel on my inner corner. Maybe that's what I can do for my next look with this palette, but I'm super happy I went dramatic and very, very deep for this first look. Did I get a little bit shimmer happy? Maybe. Maybe I did. But I think it looks really, really effective, and I'm glad I put it on the lower lash line this time too. There is so much more I can do with this palette, and I definitely need to do some more looks. I'm still loving the fact that this is snow globe shaped and that you can put the magnetic front on like this. I think it's genius. I hope Gourmande Girls continue to change up things like this, because as much as I love their other packaging and their other formats and layouts that we know and love them for, this is just something a little bit different and it makes me smile. Like, is it just me that loves this magnetic, fully removable lid? Like, I am a sucker for stuff like this. Now, this palette is cruelty free and it does say on the box it has a 12-month shelf life, but I mean, with powders, it's not a liquid. I find them to last a lot longer than that, but just so that you are aware. Like I say, all of the launch information for this absolutely beautiful Christmas release will be in the description box. Let me know what you think to this palette. Let me know what you think to the look that I created. Is this something that you would typically wear at Christmas time? Because I feel like it's going to be a Marmite kind of look. It's either going to be a yes or a no. If this is the sort of content that you enjoy, especially indie brands and eyeshadow, then why not subscribe? And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.